What's up, YouTube? It's Eddie Berrios from the Bronx. And the cycle continues. The cycle continues. What's going on? Why do black people continue to attack each other on YouTube and every other freaking page with so many goddamn problems that people of color already have? Like I said, black people has fought a battle for centuries only to create another one amongst yourself. And you're doing it online for the whole world to see. So the whole world can see how fucked up some black people really are. I'm responding to a video. It's not a video, it's actually a comment that was made by eman67. And I'm not talking about what he said, I'm talking about the responses for the video. Accountability to me is owning up to one's shortcomings or mistakes in order to improve yourself as a person. This is something that is expected of men. And he referred to people to see man up. Feminism has taught women that this rule doesn't apply to them. It's a twisted ideology that has created double standards for them under the disguise of equality. I agree with Eman's, interpretation of this, but I don't agree that it's in every woman's, repertoire. This is not every woman. This is personal opinions by one person. This is a guy who gets online and writes things, and it's personal opinion of what he thinks, what his personal he thinks of it. This is not fact. This is not every woman. This is not every black woman. This is not every dark woman. This is not every light woman. Jesus, you guys watch this stuff and you take it literal. And it seems like people of color, specifically black people, take it more literal than anybody else. It's just one person's personal opinion. It's not yours. You don't have to jump on the bandwagon and agree. Because number one, you don't know all black women. You don't even know all women to say, yes, this is the way they all are. That makes no goddamn sense. Come on, people, think. Use your brain. So we got a guy at VW. This is his response to eman67's video. Let's bring this responsibility issue to current times, shall we? He's using a term, BDD, that Eman uses, which means black dusty dudes, have been the very culprits for the continuous demise of the black families. You all are not and will never be a dominate black man or white man. You will always running around living in a make-believe life. Crack cocaine floods the black communities because of black dusty dudes like yourselves. Domestic violence number in any household in the black community you have occupied as number one. Father abandonment is you all. I don't know, some of the stuff he writes, it doesn't, I know what he's saying. Father abandonment is number one in the black community, lack of responsibility. Murder rates committed by you cowards have and always will be your only resolution for your lack to accept rejection and the lack of communication skills. HIV among the black community is all you're doing. And closet case homosexuality in the black community and refusing to wear protection. Most of you don't own anything. You're incapable of building anything, and you lack head of household leadership skills. And instead of seeking how to be a real black man that you always claim to be online, you all choose to continue blaming the government, your woman, and the white man. Because the government, you blame them for feeding and housing your offsprings because you all were drunks, woman beaters, cheaters, and sexual deviants. What black woman will want you in her household? And the truth is, the government would have given public assistance to the home. However, it would have been in the black dusty dude's hands. You weren't responsible to use the funds for intended purposes, and that's facts. During this isolation time, try and learn how to be real black men. Don't live the rest of your miserable lives bashing black women that you hate. Move on, black dusty dudes. Move on. Black dusty dudes haven't been missed nor needed, and as time moves on, you never will be. And he writes, real black men. So I'm assuming this brother is black. So he says all this shit. And I agree with a lot of the stuff that he says. Excuse me. I mean, do I hate that he's saying this? I fucking hate it. It kills me inside. But we have to be real. Fuck that you hate that somebody said something. Truth is truth. I'm not saying every single word in there is truth, but like 80% of that shit is real. And it's true. And as much as you hate it, as much as you're a black man and you hate to hear that shit about your own, you have to accept the fact that it's true. It's fucking true. These things happen in every race. It happens in the Spanish race too. It happens with the Asians up in China. This is abandonment of kids and drugs. It happens everywhere. But we're not talking about everywhere. We live in America. We're talking about here now, United States. And here, I'm sorry, a lot of this shit is true. As much as I hate it, as much as you hate to hear it, it's the fucking truth. So, I wrote, this statement is somewhat true in some cases. But I blame the dumbass men who allow themselves to be used. Oh no, this is another reply for something else. So this is everything dude wrote. So I responded, oh, we got a guy, Lord Drag 1 SAMA. He says, so, this is a black man responding to what this dude just wrote, which is another black man. So, how much pussy you think you're gonna get for typing that feeling graph? And 9 motherfuckers give him thumbs up for that shit. And E-Man himself gives him a love. It's like, how do you... Oh my God. The guy who just wrote that just proved the fucking point. Everything that man said, Lord Drag 1 Sama only said how much pussy you think you're gonna get for typing that feeling graph. He attributed it to sex. This man was just talking about that. You just proved this point, brother. Stupid fucking comment. You just proved this point. And I told him, I agree with some of what you said. But he failed to attribute that to many races of men. Yes, a lot of black men are totally responsible for the current situations in the black community today. But this also happens in other races as well. But I understand, VW, that the topic is about black. So you specifically referring to the topic, which is about blacks. So many black men here will look at this as a racist comment, and you're a hater, and you're a traitor, because a lot of black men hate to hear the truth, and that's the truth. And they tend to put the blame on the black woman or the white man when things don't go well for them or everything gets fucked up. Especially the part about flooding the hood. The white man didn't come to the hood and sell the drugs. The black man is selling the drugs to his own people. And what's the defense of people who sell drugs in the hood? What do they say? They say things like, there ain't no poppy fields in the hood. Guns aren't made in the hood. Yeah, but you were not forced to sell the drugs to your own people either. And you're not forced to abandon your kids or beat up your wife and then blame everyone except the ones who are actually doing it. And yeah, I know this happens in all races, but it seems that in the black community, they shift the blame a little bit more around to either the black woman or the white man, or they blame the government. And you know, even out here where I live, this is mostly a black neighborhood. There's Spanish people, but it's mostly black. And I'm talking 70-80% black. Most of them are on public assistance. How do you collect public assistance and then fucking bash the government for giving you government assistance? Don't fucking take it. Don't take it. That's the problem. Too many of you are taking it. You're accepting it. You want it. You want more of it. You keep having kids, and you ain't got no goddamn money, and most of you don't even have a goddamn job to pay for them fucking kids. Because the government got your back, giving you the food stamps, cash assistance, Social Security, whatever the fuck it is you're getting. I don't see any of y'all saying, no, we don't need your help. No, you fucking taking it. So I wrote all this response, and another guy, Lord Drag, same guy, Sama, I told him, man, wow. All that this man said and wrote, you give the response that he expected from a black man. You just made his point. Especially when he said sexual deviants who just think with their dicks. You attributed his comments to getting pussy. This is exactly why people like him say shit about people like you. So Lord Drag tells me, Eddie Berrios, how long did it take you to type up that bullshit? This motherfucker's the one crying for approval, not me. Go grease up with some guac and get the fuck off me. This ain't what the fuck you want. I respond, of course, because that's what I do. I said, Lord Drag took me 10 seconds to write to see that the black man like you or what he's actually talking about. I didn't see any search for approval by what the man wrote. He stated an opinion that in most cases happened to be true, but you went ghetto dumbass with your response, the same you just did with me. Good job. Dumb brothers like you prove these people's points. The way you talk, the way you act, you prove their points. People like this dude never, ever have anything interesting or intelligent to say. Just racial epithets and dumbass ghetto bullshit. That's the main problem right there with brothers like you in the hood. You think because you live in the ghetto, you have to act like a ghetto asshole? Young black kids, young black women and men see you talking and acting as such. And the cycle continues. It just continues. They follow you. They follow y'all. And the cycle continues. And I checked this brother's pages. He mostly makes videos about video games. And I told him, go make some more videos about video games because that's what you're good at. It sucks that a lot of these things are true. And if they said a lot of these things about people in the Spanish community because I'm mixed, I'll agree. I'll agree just the same. But we don't have a lot of that online. Spanish people fucking going after each other on these things like black people do. You guys constantly fucking attack each other every chance you get, whether it's colorism, whether it's, you're mad because this black man makes more money than you and he's dating a light-skinned black woman or a white woman. I mean, Jesus Christ. Do you have anything fucking better to do? And a lot of you people that are online doing this crap, you have a lot of views. You have a lot of subscribers. Do you know the power that you can have if you talked about shit that fucking mattered? If you talk about shit that'll, if you really have this many black people listening to you, you got to think about the fucking message that you're putting out there to them. Because, I'm sorry, a lot of these people are gullible. And if you tell them to jump, they say how high. So if you got that kind of power, fuck, use it for something good. This cycle is never gonna stop. Never gonna stop. Ever. And a lot of you don't give a shit. Because all you cared about is views and how many subscribers I have and how much money I can make off of YouTube doing this shit. I do this because I feel like it. I don't make no fucking money off of it. I don't give a shit if I have subscribers. If whoever sees me, I don't give a fuck. I do it for my joy. I do it for my personal shit. This is what I do. But I don't know. I come off the top. I don't fucking write a script. I think about these things. I see these things that, and I say they're my people too because I'm part black, I'm Spanish. If the topic was Spanish people, I'll be the first to say, fuck yeah, this is how it is, and it needs to stop. And yeah, we have those problems too. Every race has those problems. But blacks perpetuate the problem within themselves. They make it worse. They make it worse. You got young black people who are not even thinking about these things, just living their life. And then your fucked up video pops up telling them how they should act, who they should hate, how they should hate them. And these motherfuckers do it. And I blame you. Nobody in specifically, just the ones that are perpetuating this bullshit. I blame you. I blame you because all you care about is likes and subscriptions. And it's fucked up. And you're tearing down your own goddamn people. And you're going to continue to do it because you know why? Because you don't give a fuck. We as a people need to come together. I'm so tired of hearing that bullshit. We've been talking that shit for 100 motherfucking years. And guess what? You're worse now against each other than you were before. When you were together fighting the white man, y'all was together. Y'all was fighting real fucking issues. Martin Luther King would fucking flip in his goddamn grave if he's seen what you motherfuckers are doing today. He would flip over. He would wake up and then fucking die again from embarrassment to see all those fucking battles that those people fought 100, 200 years ago. For what? Just to give you guys freedom to fucking fight the same battle amongst yourselves. I don't think that was the plan. And you guys know that wasn't the plan. But that's what the plan is now. It's just too many people of color for self. They really are. You got some that try to help, but the problem is there's not enough. There's not enough to even make a dent into this colorism bullshit. And dark this and light this and that. Haven't you fucking had enough of that? Your parents, your grandparents, your great-grandparents, they fought for this bullshit. From white people doing it to them. And look what you're doing now. You're doing it to yourselves. Eddie Berrios from the Bronx. Peace out.